What's up, everybody? So I'm on a drive to the middle of nowhere. That's a joke. I'm going down south for work. So I got about 30 minutes in the car still, and I really wanted to just. My God, I have about an hour left in the car. Tired of driving today. So I wanted to talk to you about one of my favorite types of cards to be playing, especially in the current format. I think some of them are very underutilized or very undervalued, and then some of them are just absolutely insanely busted, sacky as hell one-offs. And I'm doing this live, so my I'll probably just delete it and we'll go over my locals recap in a little bit. But we're going to talk about a card that I'm out in the wilderness. My internet's not perfect. Floodgates. Let's talk floodgates. So we're going to, in my opinion, of the best floodgate to the worst floodgate currently in the game. So we'll start with the best. So the best floodgate in the game, in my opinion, right now, is Imperial Order. Imperial Order is absolutely an insane one-of. There are certain games where Imperial itself will win you the game. It's such a powerful floodgate. And hello, how are you? But yeah, Imperial Order it's just a sacky one-of. And the decks that can play it best, like Altergeist and Paleozoics, as an example of the two best decks to play Imperial Order, it's so one-sided after that, because you're taking away some decks. Like Imperial Order, let's talk about it against the meta. So we'll start with Sky Striker, pure Sky Striker. That negates their entire deck. Imperial Order literally just shuts them down. They can't do shit. Second, the second meta deck. Let's go against Invoked. Anything Invoked shuts down a big engine of their deck. It stops their special summon. It's negating spell effects. So it's just all-encompassing carpet effects. They have to find a way around it, which makes them make inoptimal plays. Let's see, what's the next deck that would be good? Let's go over Trickstar. Well, Trickstar, that gets rid of Light Stage. Without Light Stage, everything else just kind of falls to the wayside a little bit. Imperial Order is probably the strongest floodgate at the moment in the game. Going on to number 2, the second strongest floodgate in the game, I am going to say it's probably Skill Drain. Monster effects are super critical in this game, and carpet bombing their effects shuts them down. The Goki U-Link, not as scary when they don't have any effects. It's just not. Skill Drain is just super strong, and it works so well. Again, like, Skill Drain's wonky. It's a crazy one-of. It's super sacky, and depending on the decks that run it, it shuts down everything. So let's go to the third best. What's the next one after Skill Drain? Let's go. So far, we're in Imperial Order and then Skill Drain. So let's think. Well, the common choices would be like Anti-Spell Fragrance, or Gozen Match, or even Rivalry of Warlords. And those are all great cards. But I don't think that those are the 3 best floodgates in the game at the moment. I don't think they're number 3. I think they'll go 4 through 6. But number 3 goes to Summon Limit. Summon Limit is an absolutely ridiculously good card. If you pair that with an Imperial Order, 9 times out of 10 you are going to win that game. Because Imperial Order shuts down spells, and after if they summon, let's say they go with the Goki play with Goki Suprex, special out Bear Hug, then to Bear Hug special summon, you chain Summon Limit, they can't summon anymore that turn. They're stuck with those 2 monsters. That's all they can do. So Goki's outs are dead. You just stop their turn in their tracks. Summon Limit is it counts what happened before it's activated, because it does it for the entire turn. So If you go first, you set a board, you activate summon limit during their turn after they've summoned 2 monsters, they've been in optimal place. There's nothing they can do about it. Link Karibo, not as scary because they're going to use both their summons to summon Link Karibo and how they're going to know when to get out of you. It's so powerful, especially the Goki board, especially again. Back. But, okay. Number 1, Imperial Order. Stay connected to the internet, you piece of crap phone. Number 1, Imperial Order. Stacky 1 of. Shuts down 50% of most decks. Number 2, Skill Drain. Shuts out the other 50% of most decks. Super powerful. Super sacky. Number 3, controversial. Summon limit. Blanket summoning limit. They can only summon twice. Both players can only summon twice a turn. That doesn't... Both players. So, during your opponent's turn, you can summon twice per turn if you have the ability to do so in your deck. Super great. Super sacky. Okay. That's... Number 4. It's got to go to Gozen Match. In the decks that can use Gozen Match is absolutely insane. Toads, frogs. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's so powerful. It's almost stupid. Goki could run it. In pure Goki, I think it could run it. I'm pretty sure all their extra deck stuff is Earth. Gozen Match works in so many different decks because, but the decks that it does really well against are the decks that run the U-Link, the Nightmare stuff. It's super good because it allows you to play through problems, which is needed in this game. So, the next card that I want to talk about. Excuse me. Alright. So, after Gozen, I'm going to say it's probably Rivalry of Warlords. Also, super sacky card. Oh my goodness. Rivalry of Warlords in Cyber Dragons, as an example. If you play it in Cyber Dragons, you're going to shut out your opponent because it just stops everything. You get machines, they have to pick something, and you can kind of lock them into playing a certain way. So against Mech Knight and Invoke, they're going to have to choose Psychic. There's not a choice. You're stuck in a bad loop. It's super great. I love it. Now, Imperial Order. Skill Drain. Summon Limit. Gozen Match. Rivalry of Warlords. Alright, I got 2 more to talk about, and that's it. These are the 7 Floodgates I think are the best in the game at the moment in order. This one is good because there could be a potential rise in pendulums as well, because you never know what's going to happen with pendulums. But it's also a really good stall card to slow your opponent down if you're playing a grindier deck, and that would be Anti-Spell Fragrance. Oh my goodness! Anti-Spell Fragrance is so good. Oh, it makes me happy. Because it makes your opponent slow play, which gives you, it puts you in the driver's seat. And being in the driver's seat is incredibly important with this kind of deck. So, I had to go with it. I had to. And finally, I think this is going to be really, really good, this format, or any format really, as long as these cards exist. They're only really good in a couple of decks, but overall these are really powerful cards, and that would be the Amorphage cards. So, the Amorphage cards lock you and your opponent out of the extra deck for anything but Amorphage monsters. Because it locks you out of your extra deck. But it's great because it locks your opponent out, so if you can pull those off first turn, you win. It's crazy. It's such a good card. Or a group of cards. So that's an entire deck, essentially, of cards, but there's different Amorphage monsters, and they all have different strengths. Goliath probably being the most popular because of Blue Eyes. But those are just my thoughts on the best floodgates in the game. I hope you guys enjoyed. If so, leave a comment section down below. For those of you watching later, for anybody that came and checked it out while I was live, I greatly appreciate your support. I have to hit back the road. I got to start paying attention and being a good, safe driver, both hands on my feet, wheel. And I will talk to you guys later. This has been Patrick, signing out.